Hi.
Hi, Lisen.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Hi out there. Hi, world.
Hi, world. Yes.
Yeah. Hi from Spain. Beautiful Spain.
I'm just going to show you guys
Yeah.
this amazing view. We're sitting here and just having a chat and a conversation and enjoying this beautiful view. We found a bench here and just like, it's very peaceful.
It's so peaceful. Everything is alive here. It's wow.
I remember the first walk I had down this, it was along the stream there, the water with Sinia. And I sat down on a stone and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I felt like everything was buzzing.
Exactly,
I was like,
yeah.
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is exactly what I'd asked for, like to be more in communion with the nature and not feel the separation
Yeah.
that I felt.
Yeah.
Or I felt like there must be something different
Yeah.
where it can be
Totally.
totally alive. So yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is my first horse class, conscious horse, conscious rider class. And I know I've
You
been
brought the whole
riding.
family?
Yeah, I brought the whole family. Wow, yeah. And I've been riding a little bit,
Mhm.
but this is just... I created a video this morning in Danish,
Yeah.
and I really had a hard time to put words on what it created for me and my body, and to be with the horses, in communion with the horses, and I could really see all the point of view I had in the past around horses, what they could and what they couldn't, and how they supposed to be and not, and it's totally different now. It's getting out of the box with the horses. It's just yeah.
But if I look at just from, you've had an injury on your hip,
Yeah.
also not being able to walk, and when you have had that, it's mostly not the first thing you choose is to, oh yeah, I'll sit on a horse.
No.
I'll go maybe horseback riding. Anybody would say don't do that.
Exactly. People did that.
The people did that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
and
wow.
Then I start, questioning, do I really have to go? Is it good for me? Oh, everything came up.
Yeah.
And it's...
And I would have understood it if they say, hey, I'm not going, my hip, it doesn't feel right or something. I'm like, yes, I get it.
Yeah.
But the only thing that clicked for me was like, oh, riding doesn't have to be, when I asked the horses, will it be okay? Will it create something? They said yes. And I was like, well, what contribution can the horses be to your life? What I haven't asked so much before is what contribution can the horses be to our bodies?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And when you rode me, you don't have to ride. You just have to, maybe sit on the horse or just be with the horse. It's totally changed my whole universe. It's
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. And, seeing my kids with the horses. And, Martinus, he's never been with a horse before. He just sat on the horse and just, okay, let's go. And I was, have you done this all your life? Or it's...
No, and it was really cool to see him because he sat really well, and everybody, also the horse guys here, they're like, oh, he's natural. I'm like, yes, he is. He had a good posture, and he was just sitting there, just walking with the horse. There's not any awkwardness in his body either, and the joy, because we were talking a bit that he needs something to get out his energy, because he has a lot of energy, and a lot of kids get frustrated when they have too much energy and don't know what to do with it, and I'm like, oh, horse will be really good because they need to be present. They need to use their energy, but it's not like they have to do a work. It's just a being with the animals. It's been so cool. And any possibility he has to sit on a horse, walk with the horse, or ride it, he does it. Like yes.
I'm ready.
And they're like, can I do it now? And I was like, you have to wait. But it's amazing to see. And then all the moms here and moms. There's only moms at the moment here. They all we're talking about, oh, the kids aren't using their iPads. They're not on their iPads.
No, not at all.
And they're all playing. We have different languages, different cultures, and they're all writing and playing.
Exactly, and
being.
different ages. It's just, wow.
It's been cool to see because sometimes kids would if you're a parent and you have an iPad with your kid, you know what I'm talking about, or you guys know. And it's just, it's been amazing to see because you don't know if they like being with the class or the horses, or you don't know.
No,
You don't know.
No.
Although your kids did express
Yeah.
a desire.
Yeah.
They
exactly.
did
Yeah.
say it. And
yeah.
I so remember even when we were in Rome, they started talking about horses at the same time. We had lunch together
Yeah.
without the kids,
Yeah.
and they talked about horses. We were also talking about horses. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, these kids.
Yeah. And you know, last year, I don't remember which month, but Martinus just decided to have a horse. Can we just buy a horse? And I was, okay, in an apartment, what else is possible? And then you showed up with the class, and yeah, we just,
Wow.
can we just go? It was, yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing how it changed their world and how they be. Like it's, and I you know, Martinos sometimes can be like,
Yeah.
and I don't see that at all.
No.
It's so fun to see. Hey, do you want to do that? Or no? What? He's just there all the
Yeah.
time. It's really cool to see him.
Yeah, and the day Martinus and Sebastian have with the horses, together with Nano,
Yeah.
how they prepare the horse before they went out riding, it was just, wow, to see them just be in that energy and just
Choose everything, learn
they chose
everything.
everything,
Yeah.
and you know, the trust with the horse, and
Yeah.
it's,
They weren't afraid either. They had
No.
nothing and everything. We prepared everything you prepare with a horse with them, and they had to do everything too. And it was like, yeah, they just did. Really did.
it was more me, you know, with
Yeah.
Martinus, because sometimes he can, you know, fall down and hit himself, and I just have to, you know, okay, yeah. Yeah, it was just me.
I know, and no,
And I
no.
didn't project anything on him.
No.
I was just, okay, let it go, and
So true.
everything's changed.
Let's go back to your hip because that was been very interesting. I got like, oh,
Yeah.
so because all the thing that you might not comment's fine and all that, but when you showed up and you sat on the horse for the first time, because I didn't know what you were going to choose or not.
Oh.
And by the way, she has been riding.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time was in Costa Rica,
Yeah.
and when I was a kid once. So I also have a little bit, you can call it fear, or I don't know, it was
Insecurity?
insecurity. Yeah, more insecurity, not fear, but insecurity.
Because I don't feel you're fearful
No,
of the
no,
horses.
no. It was more, yeah, it was more that.
So you go up and sit on a horse.
Yeah.
What happened with your body?
It's, yeah. It was just like all the molecules in my body just rearranged, and it was just like, wow. I know tears was coming, and it was just like a totally different space was created in me. And then we did the trust exercise when I had to lay down on the horse on my back and just sense the horse have my back and the whole universe and the group. The horse started to move, and it was, whoa. But when it started to move, it just adjusted my whole spine. And it was, everything was just, it was just, wow, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And when I got off the horse and went on, you know, on the earth or on the soil, it was just like my body was so balanced in a totally new way. It was just, wow. It was just like I was even higher, you know. I was taller.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do remember. I do remember the whole exercise, and I was in awe because you looked like a new person when you woke. It was like woke up, but she didn't wake up.
Yeah.
She was like,
Maybe I did.
but it was alive, 100% live, a whole new body.
Totally.
I was like, wow.
yeah.
And I usually say I don't want to put words to people's experiences because I'm only experiencing one part. I'm seeing her, perceiving her energy, but she knows what she chose and what she received, even if you don't have words to it.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your experience, it's
Yeah.
your creation, it's your choice,
Yeah.
but it was very beautiful as well. And I was like, wow, these exercises we do in the classes, we don't even know what it will create.
No.
We just know it creates if you're willing to have something and ask for it and receive it. And I see if the horse up for it, it's magic.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. It was, wow. It was magic. It was, yeah.
And then you kept on choosing.
I kept on choosing.
And then she just went up on the horse once. She became one of these people you have to ask them to go down from the horse. We have those that, okay, I'm done. I'm okay. I've done what I can do. And there's certain people that come from insecurity to, yeah, I'm having a great time. Can I stay up here for the next day?
Yeah.
And
I didn't want to get down.
no, I know. And she did a lot of balance exercises where you also really have to connect with your body and with the horse, receive the horse, and be. It's like creating one with the horse.
Yeah. Totally.
And Helle went where you hold up the arms and you really have to have a balance sitting on the horse. You have no saddle. It's bareback. And then you can sit on the opposite, where you basically are backwards sitting on the horse.
Yeah, I want to try that. Yeah.
She's like, so excited, can I do that? I'm like, yes, you can do that. And it was fun because you just went the whole way. And I'm like, we started with having insecure sitting on a horse to doing more advanced versions of balance on a horse and sitting there and all that. And Raul was looking like, oh wow, she has a really good foundation of balance with the horse and sitting on it. And really, because you can sit, you can say you sit on a horse anywhere where you be connected and you're more one with the horse.
Yeah.
And some sit and you see the difference from the rider and the horse. And it was like, oh, you got, and that's where she just wanted to go on and on. And she'd go happier and happier and happier. I'm like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was really.
And that horse was, oh my God.
It was.
And it's a horse we never worked with before in the class. I've known it. I wouldn't have chosen necessarily if we hadn't like asked question, Roland, and we went to the horses and asked them. He was like this one, and I would ask question. He was just like the energy. He was aware of the energy. We had two that we were choosing from, and then we ended up. I was surprised. This one, yes, I get an energy, and it's also quite a lot of Arab in it. What has a tendency to have a lot of energy, but he was the most soft, caring. And being slow with us, like moving slowly, very smooth walk with us. So you would see the people really having, and I was like, he loved it.
Yeah.
He did it for hours with us.
Yeah.
And he loved it. I was like, wow, what a gift.
Yeah. He was really a gift.
I was like,
All
wow.
the horses is a gift. It's,
And thank you for showing that. Thank you for choosing that. Because it's very easy when you have something physical in your body. And of course, you have been talking to a lot of people also that have been healing your body and all that. And
I never made it wrong.
No, you
But
haven't.
still, I have a little bit, you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, of course that you will, because you care about your body and you want to make sure nothing happens.
Yeah.
And that's where I see everything can contribute. The animal cannot. And sometimes you won't be getting up on a horse because your body says no. But one of the things that I really, really encourage everybody to ask for animals to help you heal things.
Yeah.
To contribute to your body.
I actually asked that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you be willing to, heal it together with me? And and it's so different. It's so different. Yeah.
Thank you.
So this is not the last class.
No, and I already have a helper. 9-year-old. First, the youngest helper I'll have, I guess. No, I don't know. But he's so wanting to do more of this. And I was like, oh, he's cool. He's going to learn a lot and he will be contributing in different ways. But it's like, yeah, I get his energy. He has, I was like, he'll be riding a lot. I know they'll have to have a horse at some point, but you don't have to own one before you guys choose it. But riding.
Exactly. But also the way he helped out, and washed your horse.
Oh yeah, we had like the car wash thingy. We all, and there's photos of the whole family washing the horse. I'm there, and Sebastian and Martinez helped me wash my own horse because she was dirty, and let's say, and I was like, I have to wash her, and every day I didn't have time, and I'm like, okay, now let's wash her. And Martinez and Sebastian like, and then there, and then there, and they all wanted to wash her off. Then it was so cute, and Katja was just standing there, yeah, thank you. I'm having it. And one of the girls, it was Michaela, said, yeah, she was like, when Martinez was under the horse, she was like, what, is she going to move? And she was still like, totally. Yeah. It's so funny to see. She was so grateful for that. And they were so good at it. So like, yes. Yeah. And this is where, like, if you ask a kid, oh, let's wash your horse, or whatever, I don't know, maybe all life for washing a horse, but it was really cool because when they got a possibility to do something with a horse, it didn't matter what it was.
No,
they were like, yes,
I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready, I can do that. Let's shampoo the tail too. They loved you saying, it's like shampooing your hair. And they're like, oh yeah.
Just like your long hair.
Yes,
Yeah.
'cause Martinez has very long hair, so
Yeah.
you got it.
Yeah.
They were so cute. I'm so grateful. I'm so glad. Because I was like,
Yeah.
I have lots of kids in my class. Let's see what this creates. Let's see what they're up to.
And see the change in all the
I am.
kids. It's and the adult, but the kids, it's
They've been so creative. Also together, really contributing to each other, being present, being part of it. And when they didn't want to. And then also parents choosing something different with their kids too. When the kid wanted control a bit, they changed.
manipulation.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, I have one kid here.
Yeah.
I can create a whole class around his. Oh, he's so good.
Oh my God.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And so smart. So like, I love them all.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to create this, just to invite you. And Helle telling her story. I'm sure we're going to hear more about it, and maybe also in Danish. I'm going to listen to the Danish version. Yeah. Get to enjoy this. And I was like, oh, I'm going to sit here and enjoy and maybe have a drink with Helle.
Yeah.